You gotta understand the universe works through contradictions. There's hot, there's cold, right? There's animals that look pretty and adorable. They're friend-shaped, but they'll eat you alive, right? Without hesitation. The nicest people are usually the most manipulative. People who appear to be the most moral, a lot of the times are the most immoral. And so because of that, we sort of have an understanding that contradictions is part of humans, but for some reason in the public light, we put a lot of effort to hide that. What you don't know is that your contradictions is what draws people to you. Your shadow, in this case, right? The contradictions we're gonna be referring to in this is your shadow, gender, shadow side, and the gender. These two contradictions are some of the most attractive qualities you guys can embrace in your life, right? So then let's first talk about the masculine. The reason why is because people have repressed attraction towards the opposite sex. Maybe some more than others. But the thing is that when you remind people of the opposite sex, right, through traits or habits or routines or sports that you play, or maybe the way you dress, the way you move, the way you talk reminds them of the opposite sex, or your demeanor, it creates an extra level of excitement because it gives you an edge. And no matter who you are, if you meet someone who has integrated the opposite sex, they will draw you out. It will make you emotional. They radiate a certain level of excitement that when they pull away, you're gonna chase simply because it's so rare to meet someone who has embraced their opposite sex. And so it's more so the scarcity principle we're gonna be applying here. And let's listen to what Robert Greene says about this.
Reconnect the masculine or feminine within you.
The
The
law
law
of
of gender rigidity.
It's one of my favorite chapters.
All of us have masculine and feminine qualities. Some of this is genetic, and some of it comes from the profound influence of the parent, the opposite sex. But in the need to present a consistent identity in society, we tend to repress these qualities.
You tend to see this a lot with boys who were not raised with their dads. A lot of the times they can't control their emotions, because usually that I mean I don't want to generalize, but usually the dad is the one that puts discipline, and a lot of the times discipline requires controlling your emotions. Right, the mom is there to provide comfort, right, and validation, which is great, but the discipline part is also as important, right? And so a lot of times those boys are not comfortable with their masculinity because they were not around masculine men. And so what tends to happen is that they'll exaggerate their masculinity. They'll become overly masculine, and that over masculinity will push some women away. They'll see it as intimidating. What that guy should do actually is to have a little hint of femininity. Fucking put a flower in your head, motherfucker. Like do something feminine, right? Like kiss a baby, like freaking walk dogs, some shit, right? A little bit of masculinity makes you less threatening. When people feel comfortable around you, they don't feel threatened around you, they become more emotional around you.
Over identifying with the masculine or feminine role expected of us. And we pay a price for this. We lose valuable dimensions to our character. Our thinking and ways of acting become rigid.
Imagine if I didn't have a feminine side, right? Just think about that. This channel, I wish this channel had more views. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, but this channel wouldn't be what it is because even though if I don't get like 50K views per video, at the end of the day, I've helped you guys out. At the end of the day, this channel has a loyal following. It's very strong loyal following. And the big portion of it is because you guys can sense my contradictions, right? And one of the contradictions is the masculine and the feminine.
Our relationships with members of the opposite sex suffer as we project onto them our own fantasies and hostilities. We must become aware of these lost masculine or feminine traits and slowly reconnect to them, unleashing creative powers in the process.
And that's why with me, for example, with the reconnecting with the masculine and the feminine, it creates, for me at least, the ability to enjoy art, the ability to enjoy the little things in life, the ability to enjoy nature, right? Or even reading books that most guys wouldn't read, or doing things that, for example, going to meditation retreat is usually a woman thing. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, especially with my culture, Hispanics, Black people, it's not something that we do. We're like, oh man, you meditating, bro? That's good shit, right? And that tends to you lose out on points on being someone that people are just drawn to. You just lose out on that. out of here.
Masculine or feminine traits and slowly reconnect to them, unleashing creative powers in the process. You will become more fluid in your thinking and bringing out the masculine or feminine undertone to your character. You will fascinate people by being authentically yourself. Do not play the expected gender role, but rather
Play with them, flaunt
create
them,
the one that suits you.
right? And that brings a liberty, right? And I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, like, I genuinely think that nobody is turned off by people who have hints of the opposite traits in them and in their personality or habits. It could be, for example, let's just say The Rock, right? Let's just say The Rock, while he was in WWF, you find out that The Rock likes gardening, for example. That really adds a more dimension to The Rock, more than if you found out that The Rock likes to fix cars, right? You get what I'm saying? Like when you find out that The Rock likes to garden and loves flowers, and yet he's fucking rock bottoming people. That will give him more dimension, because now you're like, okay, there's another side, another universe of The Rock that we don't know of. All right, guys, we're going to have a brief intermission so that I could tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing, where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club videos that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at $238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared, because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.